Hey, this video is for This and That Garage. Since I commented a bunch of times on his video, and then he hit the like button and commented back, which I know you always do. But it's about 11:30 p.m. Friday. I was just winding down and shut the lights off in my shop. I figured, no man, I'm gonna make a video. Now I injured my knee and my right hip 3 days ago, so there's my walker and crutches. This is my little break area. I'm doing this on my phone, so I don't see any way to rotate the camera to the front lens. This is the back of the phone that you're looking through. I'm looking at the face of the phone, but I'll turn around so you can see me. I guess it'll be in frame. I have no idea because I can't see the other side of the phone when I flip it. So here goes that part. There you go. Hopefully you see me. There's other videos up. I have to use two hands to get off this recliner to get to my walker. So my picture's going to be all screwed up. This is why I don't do a lot of videos. I did a few at another shop. And I don't have many many views on the videos, and I only have like 29 subscribers. I just checked a while ago. So this is going to be a little shaky because I have to use two hands for the walker. But anyways, there's my entry door. There's the big garage door. Refrigerator, cabinets behind the door, I'll show you. Bench I sit at my iPad and my phones. Roll my smokes. Charge batteries. Bluetooth speaker. I don't have it up loud. I still kick myself in the ass. This is a 1960 International B160 truck frame, part of it. I made 8-foot long work table out of it. I got into the rusty thing and I started cutting it up, cutting the rust out and all that, and I gave it up. It only had 37,000 miles on, but it was rotted. So this is what makes people not view your stuff. Oh damn, I forgot my keys too. Well, anyways, I'll turn the lights back on. But I'll do another video sometime. Sorry about pointing this down. I have to use both my hands for the walker. But anyways, I'll show another video. Here's the main entry door. Painted in the winter so it rained when it's sweating. And the other door on the right's the car lot office. I'll show that another time. But anyways, I got plenty of work to do. There we go. I'll use one hand on the walker. This is one of the cars for the car lot. Needs a cat, brakes, a little bit of rust on the dog leg right there. I didn't even look at the other side yet, just recently. My sandpaper cart with sanders in, sandpaper, scuff pads. I'm doing a dent there. I put a rocker on it on the right side, and then got a new lift last June. The other one gave out on it. And then there's a dent and fender right there I'm working on. This is where I hurt my knee and my right knee and my right hip. I was turning, but my foot didn't turn. And damn, that shit hurt. I'm getting too old for injuries. And here's another one I'm working on. I'm just gonna pull that quarter panel. I got one of those Vevor dent puller machines with the different tabs. It has the triangle tips that you can change and rotate on the slide hammer, and it also has a claw to hook on the wiggle wires, and you weld them on, and it works freaking fantastic. New addition toolbox. I got rid of a couple small ones. Got my hardware up there, clips, screws, Torx bits, 1/4 inch and 5/16, 3/8, all kinds of self tappers, license plate styles, all kinds of hardware and bulbs and brown and gray cases, bulbs in the black case, wheel dollies, oil catch pans, a sucker for sucking like gear lube out of something, or if a tranny's overflowed or overfilled a little bit, I'll suck it out. Little workbench is free, $20 drill press. Here's my handiest cart that I use for torques and sockets and all kinds of stuff to cart around the shop a little bit. The two Flexilla coil hoses are up there. I hang those up right on that pipe. I do the two, that way when I need it for the lift, I can go around the post or under it, under the arms, whichever I got to do to reach in the back, because I don't like these kind of straight hoses all over the floor and get my feet tangled in it. This way here, it's one thing laying on the floor and I only step over it once. And back here's my mixing room. I don't know how long these videos can be, but anyways, that was my waterborne stuff. I kind of started really running out of it, so I got rid of what left of it. I just keep like undercoating and odds and end paint and my spray weight glass cleaner. I keep a big bag of microfibers, and then there's a little thing of it there, and tons of glass cleaner, polish, 3M 360/60, wax and grease remover, water, my guide coat, usually my sandpaper cart. You always keep all kinds of flying insect or bug spray around. These crickets drive you nuts when they echo in here. I keep filler, I keep a ton of paints and stuff in this cabinet, tape, this extra stuff. Like I said, I'm shitty at videoing, so I just went and bought a case of tape off a local guy yesterday, 3 days ago. That was right before I hurt my knee. And then just, there's a utility room. I won't open all these cabinets and drawers up. But that cabinet's full of paint. Got a paint shaker. This is like from a Lowe's or something like that. I found it for 60 bucks. But I don't have the adapters to do quart cans or pints, which they are available, but I don't use it that much because I usually get quart cans with adapters on it, but mostly I use it up. I don't buy extra paint unless it's in the gallon cans. Then I get those kind of mixing tops for your mixing machines, like for the 3M machines. You can get them with a post on top, the 2 posts or a gear, and I just take them off and I use my handy little Milwaukee drill to stir them, mix it up. But anyways, then that cart's got extra sandpaper in, belt sander, belts for it, all kinds of stuff in the top, junk. And then that cabinet there is all paint and undercoating and stuff like that. Alright, and that's just a extra bathroom, boiler room, hot water heater, slop sink. Then if I can do this, here's like a storage room, my air compressor, Ingersoll Rand. Beside it is my air dryer, my gun wash cabinet, deep freezer, body stands. I'll just go around the door like this. I got a half-ass kitchen. I'm making this a break room instead of sitting up there in the shop. And all these cabinets here, I'll show another time when I can walk right without the walker. These are all full of parts and hardware and all kind of stuff. My porta power's there. Got the pool room also. I didn't put it back because of my leg and stuff right now. But here's the paint booth. Oh, I see the black stripes in my video. Now I have settings on the phone for photos. I have to hit another setting, but I noticed when it's videos, I don't see any options to change that and get rid of them stripes while you video. But yeah, it's just El Cheapo paint booth, garage door back there. The exhaust is right there on the wall. It goes out this way, then up through the roof. Back there is a sloped roof beside this wall, and this wall is a peaked roof up that way and down that way to that wall. But anyways, there's that. Kind of homemade, if you want to call it. That's what I call it. Somebody made the booth. But anyways, when I worked a lot of places, different shops all my life with my dad and with my grandpa as a little kid. My grandpa used to brush and roll oil-based paint when oil-based was oil-based with lead in, the good old stuff. And that kind of stuff always interests me all my life, so that's why I'm 55 now, and I still do it today, and I'll do it. And wherever shop I'm in, that's where I think they're going to find me, because I don't know when to stop. I'm always working 7 days. And with the walker, just so you see. Yeah, I just keep stuff around. I put lights on this wall. And I was going to say, when I was 10, 11 years old, a lot of these lights weren't in here. These lights weren't in. The cob lights weren't in. The LEDs were here, some of them. And some of them along the wall I added. And I boarded the windows up so people ain't learning my tricks of the trade. We know, working all night. And then plus I get some crazy cars in here, nice Mercedes and different crazy expensive cars, and I don't like people seeing stuff when I ain't here. But yeah, I keep my battery chargers, stools. I usually don't have this junk along the wall because that new toolbox over there, this is where I had to put it. I made these for fender stands to screw them fast. Just some 2x4s on some Harbor Freight wheel dollies. Free masking paper machine. That one wasn't free. Plasma cutter. Parts washer. It's a water-based solvent from Tractor Supply because I do not like oil and crap in here, especially out in the open. At least it has a lid on it. It's water-based. And I have air here. Of course, this was all in. That air back there. Some of that plywood was free. And the countertop, in case I could use it. Friends give me that stuff because I used to do remodeling and repairs. And I stopped that about 8 years ago. Then I have where that wire comes down on that pipe, there's an air hook up there, which obviously I don't use. And then there's another one right there coming down on the other end right there. It's kind of like, let me focus right here, right there. Another air hook up. Then two in the booth. The welder used to be back where the toolbox is right there, of course. But once I'm done that quarter panel on that, I know I can pull it and straighten it. That's not a big deal, but I'm thinking it'd be easier for me just to order one from Chuck's Auto Salvage, have them deliver a section of the car. I have a cut sheet right there. I'll actually go back over and show it. That's the way these junkyards want you to mark this sheet. And I just take a picture of it and text it to the guy. When I call places like parts places or for paint or junkyards or whoever, I deal with one person. That's the way I do it. First time I call somebody, I say, what's your direct number? So I only deal with you. But here's the cut sheet, and they want the VIN on it, what it is, 2018 Hyundai Elantra, and you mark off what you want to cut. So I want this lower section, and then down here they ask you how far in. I tell them 2 feet. I'm paying the money for it anyway, so I might as well get more metal, so that way when I cut the skin off, cut in towards center of car 2 feet. That's what I put on there. So that way, when I cut the skin off and epoxy it on that car, I have a little bit of weight to add to my junk trailer out back. And cash it in and let it build up. I got a bunch of stuff on it now to go scrap the cash in, but I am in no hurry. I'll wait till it's super heavy because it's like a 6x10 or 7x10 trailer that me and a buddy of mine made like 30 years ago. But yeah, I said about microfibers, I'm an asshole about that. And I only clean with that and spray away glass cleaner. But yeah, I pretty much eat here. I wait till I get here in the morning and I'm microwave some instant oatmeal, which is great as far as I'm concerned. I very seldom ever eat out and do any real big cooking, because like when I'm done here, I'm gonna snack on something and then go home and get a shower and go to sleep. So I don't go home in the middle of the night and try to cook. But anyways, I wanted to show this machine just a second. So the slide hammer and the claw came with the VEVOR machine. Then you can unscrew it right here and screw that claw on, or the slide hammer, whatever. But anyways, or not screw it on there. You can change all the different tips. That's what I was gonna say. This claw came with this set, and what's in this set came with the VEVOR machine. I'm just getting this out for you to see while I'm here. See, there's the different tips. You can change them and rotate them. I don't know if you have one or not. Then there's these, I bought them separate. See, all this came with for the slide hammer. Suction cup, those tabs. Yeah, those tabs, those tips for the gun. And then you take, and there's different tips for it. This one here is like looks like a screwdriver tip to me. What that's for, I was just getting ready to show you, is these wiggle wires. You just stick the gun in here like that and zap them to the car on each one of them. Then you hook your claw to it and change it up. You take that tip out that's in there now, and you put this tip in, and this holds the triangle tips. And then I didn't try zap these on yet, so I'll figure them out when the time comes. I think they go in there too. Yeah, and there's a set screw opening there, so the screw must be in here laying somewhere to put in. And then I bought separately this lifting bar, so that way I have something. And this is probably like 30 inches long roughly. That way I have something to grab a hold of. And like on that quarter you can't see good. Let me get the walker. I don't trust. I feel a lot better. My hip, I twist and turn sitting in that recliner on the edge of it and crack my lower back several times a day. Well, my hip cracked 3 times since 4:30 this morning. But anyways, when you're lifting, pulling up, say on that crease, I'll put a wiggle wire in here this way. Then I can take that lifting bar, hook that claw on, and put the foot here, and then take that handle and pull out. While I'm pulling out, I can tap any of these high spots down. I mean, it's just, I might have to cut that off then. Well, they break off the wiggle wires. And then I might have to weld it on another way, because this here's in. This is out real high, then in, then out, then dips down really hard. And then you see here, it's all, you can see the light reflection, how it wobbles. It's bent up, and then this here's pretty hard, because the wheel is sticking way out. You can see how crooked it is there. It should cover the tire. But anyways, there's a little quick tour of the shop for almost 20 minutes. And I actually added that booth used to stop right there, and I busted all the block out a few years ago and added on that kind of crap, in which it works. And I will say peace, and I'll catch you a little later. I'll put another video up when I can walk around, and I can video outside, in the office, the car lot. The car lot's in the front. From that door where I opened it up, from there front is car lot. Here back is body shop. And then behind the body shop's a fenced in chain link with barbed wire impound yard. That's what it was used for. But anyways, when I was a kid, growing up nearby in Shiloh, PA, close to Wagglestown, this is Dover, I used to ride my bike around as a kid, and there was this Zane's in here in the building next door. He cut up the 1980s Nissan Pulsars. I don't know if they were all Nissan Pulsar NXs, but they were Nissan Pulsars. I wasn't getting paid for it as a kid, but I learned a lot from it, and that's the guy that actually got me into this, doing this kind of work all my life. And I get away from it. I do property maintenance, and then started doing this in the evening again. Getting older, too much to do that full time and this full time at night, what I was doing. So I just do this full time for several years, 10 years or so now. Yeah, there's a local guy. Just before I screwed my hip and my knee up, I went and found a good deal on some polyester primer and some rage filler, and I got it way cheaper than the cheap U-Pole stuff I get. A good deal on it. But keep busy, and like everybody says, get off your butt and go do something. You never get your project done if you sit around. And as long as I can walk to that car and that Camry in the booth, as long as I can stand or sit, I'm working. So my hip and knee feels better after 3 days, but I'm a lot better today. And I'm a Martin. I'm hard-headed, just like my dad and grandpa. You don't give up unless you're bedridden sick. And I've been there and done that too. Alrighty. Peace.